If you own a C5 or C6 Corvette, you will know that the center console area on the interior of these cars gets extremely hot. So hot, in fact, that if you take an overnight road trip and leave your brand new pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses in the center console, they will literally melt and they will not sit on your face square. These aren't the actual sunglasses. I threw the other ones away, but you get the idea. The interior gets very, very hot. So here's the fix. This is the DEI Heat Shield Kit for the C5 and C6 Corvettes. Now, I'm not expecting this to magically turn the cabin into an icebox, but I am hoping that it knocks down the worst of the tunnel heat. Because when you're driving for a while, the console area feels like a literal oven. Now, a lot of guys swear by this kit online, and I do have a buddy that used to track a C6 that put this in and said it was a substantial decrease in cabin temps. And it's relatively cheap and easy to install. So this kit comes with 5 pieces, including a roller, which is a nice touch. The main source of heat that comes from this area is through the torque tube tunnel plate. And I'll show you here in a bit, but let's finish unboxing. And that is this big piece right here. It's laser cut, so it should fit perfectly. They've got all the bolt holes cut out, so you can just place them over the bolts. No need to take anything off. Also in the kit are 2 of these long side pieces, and they also include 2 of these smaller side pieces that will sit directly on top of the factory heat shields. They each have a relief cut so that you can bend them with the contour of the heat shields. Okay, first we've got to make some room, so let's drop this exhaust. All right, I have a full Cook's system, so obviously this is going to vary depending on what exhaust system you have. But now that we have the exhaust out, I can show you exactly where these pieces are going to go. This is the large torque tube plate that majority of the heat comes through. So this is where the big piece is going to go. And as you can see, there is a shit ton of bolts. But luckily for us, the holes were cut, so we don't have to remove any of them. Clearance-wise, this is probably the hardest part of it, which isn't even that difficult. But if you remove the header, you'll have ample amounts of room. Alright, this is the part that decides whether this install lasts. If heat shielding fails, it's almost never because the product is bad. It's because of the prep. So I'm going overboard on cleaning in 3 passes. First, I'm using a all-purpose cleaner to break up the grime and road film. Then you'll see me use mineral spirits to cut through anything oily. And finally, brake cleaner as a last step to leave the surface as clean as possible. You don't have to use these exact products. Use whatever you trust to degrease and clean the surface. The key here is once you're done, let everything dry completely. No residue, no moisture. You want to be applying this stuff to as dry a surface as possible.
How could you be so cold, so cold? I wanna be so cold, so cold. I gotta get it out, get out, get out. Gotta get it out.
Alright, now that everything's clean and dry, I'm going to mock up the main tunnel piece before I stick anything down. I'm checking orientation, making sure all the bolt holes line up. I mean, this thing is precision cut, so there's no way it won't fit perfectly. The common theme online is when this is installed, the bolt holes don't line up towards the end. So I'm going to be very careful not to stretch this in any way. I'm just going to unpeel little by little, tack it down, and then go back and roll it on with the roller. Make sure to get around each of the bolt heads and the crevices in the corners. It's a little difficult with the roller, so I used a 12mm socket around each of the bolt heads. Alright, next are the side pieces. These are actually optional shields that add coverage alongside the main tunnel plate. These actually go right over the factory heat shields. Same as before, quick mock-up, make sure the orientation looks right, and you'll notice DEI put little relief slits in the side shields. It lets their material contour and overlap cleanly over the shape of the factory heat shields without bunching or wrinkling up. So peel the backing, apply a little bit at a time, pressing down on everything firmly, making sure not to really stretch it, and the front part of this actually wraps behind the header. Since these are going on top of an existing shield, good contact is imperative here, so make sure that you tack it down and roll it on thoroughly. And as you can see here, because it's so tight, the header's in the way, I'm using the handle part of the roller to kind of wedge it in there against the shield and the header to kind of roll it down and tack it down. Now let's do the other side. And the last step of the kit are these two long side pieces. These were the easiest ones to install once you know the orientation. The flat edge tucks behind the factory heat shield and the pointed end faces towards the rear of the car. I'm using a drywall spatula just to get behind the heat shield to tack it down. We're doing burnouts outside. And that's basically the whole kit installed. But before we wrap this up, I also picked up some DEI heat tape for a little extra insurance. There are a couple cooler lines that live way too close to the exhaust that I'm comfortable with. These cooler lines already have some factory wrap on them, but it's old, it's looking pretty spent, and I'm not trying to gamble with any of this close to the exhaust. So I'm adding a little bit of cool tape, as they call it, over the top of it. So I just clean it up a little bit to give the adhesive the best possible chance to stick. And the outer core of these lines rotates. So I'm just holding the tape in place and rotating this shielding. That's the DEI heat shield kit installed, plus the extra wrap on those cooler lines. There are a few other things that I'm going to wrap with this cool tape, but I need to get the headers off first, but that's for another day. Not the flashiest mod in the world, but it keeps the tunnel temps down and protects stuff long term. It's 100% worth it. If you're dealing with the same thing on your C5 or C6, I'll put the exact kit and tape I used linked in the description. Drop a comment if you've had anything melt in your console too, because I guess that's a Corvette feature. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.